time helping my sister Susan spread the word about her exceptional exit plan. I received an interesting call from the hospital last night. My phone rings most weeknights with an automated appointment confirmation call for my many cancer-related appointments. Last night, there was a nurse on the other end, and she started talking about how they had a patient who may have been treated at the same time as me. I'm not going to lie. The first thought that ran through my brain was, really? I'm going to be the first to die of coronavirus in the United States? The nurse went on to say the patient had tuberculosis and had been in the hospital when I had been in the hospital in 2019. Whew. Cancer will kill me after all. 950 days or more from now, if I make it at least 3 years. I asked the nurse if symptoms would have typically manifested by now, and she said yes, but as a nurse, I can only tell you that you need to get tested. I asked her if it would be a blood test, and when she said yes, I told her I could add it to my blood draw on Thursday. The nurse told me the order would be in the computer as of today, so I can get my blood test at any time. My 7-year-old Micah is home sick again. I was going to send her to school because she looked much better this morning. Micah still said that she did not feel good, and I relented because it is very cold today and I did not want to get her from school if she needed to come back home. I am glad I kept Micah home today. She now has the 1-2 punch of tossing her cookies and diarrhea. Poor Micah. She started feeling a little better about noon and came out of my room to say, "You know, McDonald's delivers, right?" I smiled at Micah and told her there was not a chance in the world that her mom was going to pay the fees associated with McDonald's delivery, and she needed to choose food we had in the house to eat. Micah replied that nothing tasted good. She even turned down Cheetos. You know your child is really sick when they do not want to eat junk food. About an hour later, Micah started having bad stomach cramps again and asked me to call the doctor. My helper the day before told me Micah might have the flu. I reminded my helper that tummy troubles are not an influenza symptom. And she said the news had reported there is a stomach flu going around. I called the doctor's office to see if Micah could have caught a serious disease. I was told there was a strong stomach virus in the area, and to keep Micah hydrated and on the brat diet. My helper either misheard the newscaster or the newscaster misspoke. There is still no such thing as a stomach flu. I did manage to get my planned work done since Micah stayed in my room watching cartoons on television most of the day. I had several of my recording yourself reading my journal entries on video for me to post on my YouTube channel. Volunteers send me completed videos to edit, upload, and schedule. I did 6 videos and tied up the internet most of the day. Micah was happy to switch from cable to Netflix cartoons at 2 p.m. I had convinced Micah that Chili's was a better food option than McDonald's and told her I would call her dad at 2:30 p.m. and ask him to stop for takeout on his way home from work. I was unable to hide my dismay when he came home early from work. He needed to update a security badge for one of the military bases, and it did not take as long as expected. No sick day Chili's for us. My piece of advice to you is to call the doctor before going in when possible. Stomach viruses usually do not require a trip to the doctor, and it is best to stay home and not spread germs. Micah made an effort to drink more after I told her what the doctor said, and worried less because the doctor told her her tummy troubles were likely not serious. Simply calling the doctor made Micah feel her concerns were validated.